At 2 o'clock this morning, I had an epiphany. I bolted upright in bed, my heart pounding, my mind swirling in anguish. I stared into the blackness, hoping to glean from the dark silence the reason for my distress. The eerie red glow from my digital alarm clock distracted me from my panic, and I glanced at my nightstand. The answer came to me then as if it had been hovering over the paraphernalia scattered about my nightstand, just waiting for me to focus long enough so it could invade my brain and cause my present suffering. Let me explain a few things about my nightstand. Though I try to keep a semblance of order in my household, for some reason my nightstand cannot conform to the rules of order. That is a nice way of saying it's a mess. Try as I might, I can never seem to get rid of the clutter. I recently conceded the battle and decided to leave it to its own inexplicable devices. There are 3 categories of items on my nightstand. The first consists of things that have a legitimate right to be there. The pictures of my husband, my daughters, me and the dog, and of course the clock. The second group includes a few knickknacks with sentimental meaning that can also claim a legitimate spot. There's the porcelain heart-shaped box my girls gave me and a few painted wooden eggs with painted wooden flowers sticking out of the top. Unfortunately, the exact meaning behind these eggs escapes me at the moment. The third group of things that have managed to silently and insidiously invade my collection falls into the category dubbed various and sundry items, which may or may not have a legitimate right to occupy the precious space available. Things like rusty safety pins, buttons, the price tag off the blouse I bought 6 months ago, and a few colored plastic tabs which function as stands for colored plastic picture frames. The frames having long since disappeared into the black hole that lurks in my house. So that's just a couple pages. Thanks. I wrote this story actually about 20 years ago when my kids were little. And it started because I really had a nightstand next to my bed that was full of junk, and I had this ugly old perfume bottle that was sitting on there. I didn't get to that part in the story yet. But I couldn't figure out why I kept keeping this ugly old perfume bottle on my nightstand. I didn't use it. It was empty. And so that's kind of the inspiration for this story. Why am I keeping this perfume bottle that I don't use? I don't even know where I got it from. Why is it still on my nightstand? So that's basically the gist of it.
So I have a comment, not a question, but a comment. It was really easy to identify, and I really enjoyed that. But I thought, oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all especially when your kids are little and you just have a big mess, and that was like at the time when, all this junk just sitting on my,
Well, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Oh, you had another question or comment?
Oh, so my voice isn't very strong. Did this begin as a journal entry?
No, it didn't. It was kind of when I started writing, and I just was writing stuff that just sort of happened in my life, and so I kind of was writing it in story form. So it really wasn't a journal. It was just more of a story and kind of, yeah. Thanks.
How old are your children now?
My kids are 24 and 27. I started when I was like 5, so.